So, how is it in life that once you've got rid of one problem, you enter another? So, I'm almost coming to the end of my Mounjaro journey. So, what now? I'd like to just share with you some highs and lows and really how I've managed the trials and tribulations of being on MJ. So, first of all, I'd like to say that I've absolutely enjoyed your company, your comments, your likes, your shares. You know, it all means so much because as I'm learning on my journey, and hopefully you're picking up a few little bits on the way, I'm also learning from you guys as well, and the confidence you guys have given me to carry on and continue has been really, really overwhelming. So I'd just like to thank you for all of that, and also to all of you that are on the Mounjaro journey, best of luck, and I hope you found it as palatable as I have. So first of all, I'd like to talk about just getting back from Benidorm and fitting into all my wonderful clothes that I left for 4 years in the loft because I just couldn't get into them. So me and my husband was having a chat the other day, and it's all very well having the wonderful clothes, and when I used to work for the bridal shop, we was always going to beautiful parties and beautiful balls. And I think all of that changed over COVID as well. Even if I hadn't have sold the business, that all significantly changed, I think, for a lot of people. And we realised that we didn't really need to go out, and a lot of us stayed in and ate. So now I'm just getting back into all my size 10s and size 12s. I'm very lucky that I can get into them, but what now? We've got out of the habit of going out. I've been with my husband 35 years, something like that, so we're not newlyweds. So if anybody's got any ideas on where to go in the UK, I mean, we do a lot of holidays and stuff like that, but it'd be nice just to have some nice walks and stuff. But my husband has plantar fasciitis, so he finds walking quite difficult at times, whereas I love my walks. I go with my best friend and we have some absolutely wonderful walks, wonderful chats. But I did notice with my husband, we'd got ready to go to my sister's. She was putting on a party for my mum because it had been my mum's birthday, and I got dressed all excited, and then I came down and the look on my husband's face was not very good. So he just looked and went, I don't know if I preferred the old wife because you look too beautiful to go out. Well, I am in the middle of doing a more of a glow up, actually. I haven't been to the hairdressers for about 3 years, as you might be able to see. I don't have my nails done. Oh, I know they're dreadful. But I think I've got to the stage now, and especially after Mounjaro, what's my life going to look like? I think I've learned so many wonderful lessons on Mounjaro. And I think you have to be your own biggest teacher. I think that's what it's really taught me. So each morning I motivate myself by having a look on Instagrams at all the healthy breakfasts and lunches and dinners, and think about what I've got in, what I need to get in, what I can put together, what I've already prepared. So I always put in soups in the freezer, so I've always got soups. So if nothing else, I know I can just heat up a soup, and that does me, and my husband, he'll have it as well. Just while we're on lunches, breakfast, lunches and dinners, The way I have my lunches, breakfasts and dinners has really changed for me, and I'm really quite mindful about the connotations of a breakfast. So for breakfast, it used to be cereal, but cereals, you know, most cereals are quite high in carbohydrates, but very low in proteins. So where I can, I actually have a savoury breakfast. So for instance, today I had a wrap and I mixed some tuna with some butter beans, so it was nice and creamy. And then I just threw a load of coleslaw in it, some cabbage and carrots and all that type of stuff, and I ate it, and it's kept me satiated for about 4 hours, and that was one tiny wrap. So I'm just tweaking and just changing the way that I view food. So just because it's a breakfast, for breakfast I used to have, you know, toast with loads of butter on, or Marmite. I think butter was my downfall, to be honest. But I think if you think about and you're conscious about what you're going to have each day, it's so much easier. So with that being said, lunch will always be chicken and a salad now. So I've tried not to veer away from that. I eat slower, so my belly and my head can recognise when I've had enough. I don't have to be full and I don't have to be satisfied, but as long as I know that I'm eating my calories each day, then that's all that matters. And then dinner time might be chicken again. I know, boring, bore off. But for me, I have to be conscientious about what I eat and when I eat it. So my eating window will be any time during the morning that I've woke up on till early afternoon, and I stop eating about 2:30. So after 2:30, there's no snacks, there's nothing like that. I just stick to eating, you know, I might have if I'm exceptionally hungry, I'll just have an apple. Actually, my husband, he's a DJ, he was off doing a boat party at Starport. And do you know what? I had this really, really venomous hunger come on me, and I thought, what can I have to eat? I've got to just eat something now. I should have just had some soup, but I didn't. I did a pot noodle, which has got just under 300 calories in or something. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to really enjoy this. You know, eating alone, it feels like you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and it's slightly a bit naughty. I couldn't eat it. I had about 2 forkfuls, and I could taste the preservatives in it. I don't know if it's because everything that I do is not processed now. I don't eat anything that's processed or overly processed. So I think that's probably made a difference to the way that I eat. Also, yesterday we went to IKEA, and my husband said, right, you've had no breakfast. Silly me, I hadn't, and he probably thought I was looking a bit pale. So he said, do you want a hot dog or something, or do you want to eat in the restaurant in IKEA, or do you want something from Popeyes, which is a chicken place on the way through? And I said, do you know what? I said, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait until I get home. And do you know what, guys? It was the best thing I ever did, because I knew I'd even said to my husband, actually, I fancy Mother Hubbard's. And he said, okay, then let's go to Mother Hubbard's. And then I tried to retract and said, well, I don't want to sit in. We'll just buy it and take it home. Because then I knew that if I wasn't hungry by then, or I would have had the choice just to come and eat something at home first, and then if there was any room left, had the fish and chips. But I decided against. And you know what? It was the best thing we did. I had meat, and I'd bought a carton of coleslaw actually. So just to make that go further and to make it less dense, I grated some carrot and grated some cabbage, and then mixed a whole lot of that veg in with a spoonful of the actual coleslaw. So guys, it's going to go further and it's going to be much more nutritious for me. So that's another hack that I've started doing. And the other thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard, but eating cold rice is much better because it takes down the glycemic indicators on it. And also cold potatoes. So just instead of having them hot, we have them cold now. So all that I think is going to be beneficial for life after Mounjaro. So you guys might know a little bit of background about myself. So I'm 51, a grandmother of two beautiful little girls. They are my world. I've been on Mounjaro since the 23rd of December, and I'd just like to talk about the sweet spots with Mounjaro. So the sweet emotion it's given me is that I'm more confident. I'm back to being me, which you can't do if you're not happy with your size. I think there's an awful lot of larger ladies that are really, really happy, and a lot of people that are dead against Mounjaro because, you know, you shouldn't be on it unless you're diabetic. I could have gone that way quite easily. I was going up to a size 16. I'm now a size 10, 12, far happier, and my diet is far better. So that's the sweet emotion it's given me, is confidence. My sweet spot is just above my belly button. I don't feel the injection at all there. So I haven't attempted, in the 6 months that I've been on Mounjaro, I haven't attempted another place for my injection sites. I haven't done the thighs or the backs of the arms or the buttocks actually. I don't have that much fat on my buttocks now, which I'm very pleased about. So I've got lots of lovely memories relating to Mounjaro. So sweet emotion is confidence. My sweet spot is injecting in the top of my stomach. Sweet support. I think you've got to kind of really, I know that a lot of my subscribers and a lot of people that have commented have said, well, I'm not going to tell anybody, you know, where's your support? Where's your support? My husband has supported me throughout this, even though at times he's probably thought, oh, I don't like the way this is going, or it's probably brought out a few more of his insecurities. But listen, husband, whilst my confidence is growing, my love for you grows even more. It's not a case of me wanting to change who I am for somebody else. It's a case of me wanting to change for me. And our relationship has grown. We won't say anything about that side of it, because obviously that's amazing. Because, you know, you grow together, and, you know, after 35 years or more, that's what I want in my life. And I think Mounjaro just gives you time to do a lot of soul searching, and time not to be thinking, well, I feel really big today. The intrusive thoughts are horrific when you put on weight, and it's like a gradual thing, putting weight on, I think. I didn't realise how depressed I'd actually got about my weight. So I'd wake up in the morning and think, oh gosh, what am I going to wear today? Or don't feel great about myself. I've got no clothes. I don't really want to start a new wardrobe at a size 16. You know, I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'7". So, you know, I think as you get older as well, you're already fighting looking older. And with us ladies, I know we've got a lot of males that actually keep up with the channel as well. But there's, you know, the menopause really, really takes its toll on you. Having lost the weight, I can honestly say I don't have the aches and pains that I used to have. I just feel like I'm probably, you know, feeling about 10 years younger than what I felt. Now, to do that in 6 months is amazing. So for those of you who are new here, I've lost about 3 stone. And I've stayed on 2.5 all the way through. I've never wanted to go up, and I didn't quite understand why people felt the need to go up in dose. Maybe I'm one of those lucky ones who has not had that intrusive food noise, because I've been so focused on making sure that my prep meals, making sure that they were all done, making sure that I had soup. If nothing else, soup for breakfast even. I have done that on a good few occasions. I don't think that, you know, I've really needed all those sweet treats, but I've dabbled. I've had a little bit here and there. But I've never had enough to really feel bad and gutted, and, you know, that dreaded feeling when you are trying to eat healthy of, oh gosh, I've just eaten that. Why did I eat that? Why did I eat it? And now I've got to start again tomorrow. I haven't had that in the 6 months. So maybe, just maybe, I've been one of the lucky ones who has adapted really nicely to the 2.5. So for a lot of people, that's just the maintenance dose, or the dose that you initially take for your body just to adjust to its new normal. So I've probably got about a month and a half left on the dose, and I'm looking forward to coming off, although I have anxieties about how my body's going to adjust. But I am just really grateful, I'm thankful, and I appreciate that I've been on a really lovely journey. But I think you've got to, well, I've realised that I have to not let the buzz, you know, the buzz of jumping on the scales. I mean, I used to jump on the scales every morning, see how much I'd lost. And as you progress on your Mounjaro journey, that buzz lowers, because the weight loss becomes not the significant factor in your happiness. And I always say, you know, comparing yourself kills your happiness. You know, don't compare yourself to other people. We all lose at different rates. Some people are going to need higher doses of Mounjaro. Some people are happy to just be levelled and work with what they're on, such as myself. I just think I've been really, really fortunate, because there's no point being on Mounjaro and just eating what you used to eat before. So forget that. It's it's not a cop-out to be on Mounjaro. It's going to help you to work out and to get the little buzzes on, yes, I've fitted into those trousers that I couldn't fit into for 3 years, or people are actually noticing that I'm losing weight. I mean, I probably won't stop till my phone ID doesn't recognise me. Who knows? I don't know. No, not really, guys. But, you know, everybody's got a different ceiling level that they want to get up to. I'd like to talk about the different levels, the different stages of Mounjaro, and when I actually saw the differences. So I think when you're losing quite a lot of weight quite rapidly, well, more rapidly than I have before when I've been eating well and going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, on Mounjaro it's it's different because you lose quite a lot of weight, which is your water, and you know your body's trying to adjust to having this to your new normal, really. So I started noticing a difference. I'd say maybe I think I had to wait a good 2.5 months, 3 months before I noticed that I was losing a significant amount of weight that you could actually see. So I've lost about 18 or 19 kilograms now. So to date, I can actually see what I've lost, and other people can see what I've lost. My stubborn fat has really been collated on my stomach. So I think that baths should be banned during Mounjaro, don't you? Because when you're in the shower, you're standing up and you can hold your belly in, can't you? And feel like, oh, that's working, and you can feel your muscles working. But when you get in the bath, everything just plops and sags and is still there. So I know that in a couple of weeks, if that hasn't kind of started going, I know I'm going to have to concentrate all my exercising on that particular area, because to be honest, I'm happy with me now. If I didn't lose a whole lot of weight, realistically it's just toning up for me now. So I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. And I don't sell Mounjaro. I'm not a practitioner. You know, I'm just me talking about my journey through Mounjaro, and everybody's journey will be completely different. I just think it's been really, really good for me and my husband. So I think you know, the main thing for me is just making sure that I know what I'm eating that day. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put this, I'll put it up here now. In the mornings I make a list of foods that I haven't eaten that I think are healthy, and then I'll try and make meals out of it. So I know it's random, but you know, you have to do what works for you, and this works for me, although it's random. And if somebody else said it to me, I'd say, no, you're a little bit weird. But it works for me, and the way I'm programmed and how my brain actually works. And I think at my age as well, I don't feel like I have to justify anything to anybody, because I've been through the highs and lows. I've been that person, a yes person that tries to keep everybody happy. That's not me anymore. If you're happy around me, then great. And if you're not, then great. It's the confidence that comes with knowing that I've worked on myself. I've worked exceptionally hard, and it's not got any easier. You just find ways of coping and find lifestyle choices are easier as you go along, because you just learn how to say no. You learn how to eat more mindfully. I know I don't have to eat spontaneously. I'm not out thinking, oh gosh, I need some chips, I need something, which is how I used to be before. I'd actually be, I'll actually work on myself now and say, Joe, you're not going to starve. When we get home, we'll be eating. You know, you've got chicken in the fridge. And I have to talk to myself like this. I'm so glad I don't talk out loud, because, you know, people would think that I was crazy. I mean, I see people walking down the street and they look like they're talking to themselves until I see the earbuds. And I think, I know how you feel when they're initially talking, when I think they're talking to themselves, but they're actually not. But, you know, me being me, I just think everybody talks to themselves and it's normal. But, and I don't even drink anymore. Oh, that's a fib actually. I did have a drink at my sister's. I won't be doing it again. I only had, I probably had a bottle and a half of wine, I'd say. And it knocked me off my feet for 2 days. I mean, that's unheard of for me. I used to be able to eat loads and loads. I mean, drink loads and loads and loads. But I'm so glad that I haven't got that problem anymore. But, you know, you never know. I'm hoping that doesn't come up again. Has anybody else thought about the effects of less snacking and better eating has on your teeth hygiene and health? Because I have. So I spoke to my dentist. She looked at my teeth. She said, Joe, she said, your teeth are amazing. She said, I cannot find any plaque, anything on there. She says, there's absolutely nothing to do. Don't need to see you for another 9 months. Well, I'm like, thank you very much, because I can do a lot with £28 for the checkup. So, and she said, when you're eating different foods, it's not continually messing with the pH on your enamel. So if anything, that's a good reason. Not that I ever had a real sweet tooth, but even fruit's got sugars in. So I think that's a really good point, that you're not continually changing the pH levels in your mouth. So the other suggestion I've got, and that I've only started doing really, is having lots of different sauces, like a hot pepper sauce, a low calorie mayo, some tzatziki made in the fridge. So with every meal, just to make it different, because as I've said, I do eat a lot of chicken, so I want to make the chicken taste and feel different each time. So myself and my husband cook the chicken differently, and we have different sauces and different styles of salad with it. So for now, that works for me. So it's just like, you know, sometimes you just want a variety of things, don't you? But we go past the pubs, and to be honest, we used to love, you know, stopping at a pub, getting dressed to go to the pub, and, you know, having a look on the menu and being excited for when the food came out. But now, I think all the pubs do more or less the same food, and it's all deep fried, and I really can't be doing with deep fried food. It's just not going to work for me as it's just not going to work for me now. So I would like to end the video by saying thank you to all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, it's free. I'm just sharing details about my journey, and you know, everything's got to come to an end at some point. So realistically for me, it's the wind down from Mounjaro, and just looking at how I'm going to manage my new life after Mounjaro. So if you think that somebody else might find this video or my other videos, I think there's about 38 videos, if you think that they're going to find that interesting, or are thinking about going on a Mounjaro journey, maybe share it with them. And I just thank you all for your lovely comments. And like I said, I am so happy that you've subscribed and are watching my videos. It means the world to me. So thank you for that, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Anyway, I shall love and leave you, and hope to see you on the next channel. I hope to see you on the next video. I still can't get it right, can I? Anyway, thank you all. Take care for now. Bye bye.